Welcome into the Browns Report, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We just got done with a watch party for the Cleveland Browns Week 1 game against the Cincinnati Bengals. And oh my goodness, it was a crushing loss. I'm heartbroken. I'm still getting over it. We're going to dive into what happened because the Browns were right there. It was such a winnable game. And yet we come away with the L. I really thought they were going to beat Cincinnati, but we got to get into the story that everyone's going to yell about first is Andre Schmidt, the kicker. But first, make sure you are subscribed because if you're a diehard Browns fan, this is the place for you. We're going to go live every Sunday for Cleveland Browns watch parties. We're going to hype up all the good new additions that Cleveland has. There's a lot of bright spots in the loss today we're going to talk about as well. So make sure you are subscribed, join the party, join the family. We're about to hit 51,000 here on the channel. Okay, like I said, people are going to talk about some of the woes for Cleveland. But Joe Flacco, up and down. He threw 45 passes. Was that really the game plan? To go through 40-year-old Joe Flacco? It was hard to get stuff going on the ground, surprisingly. Since he does not have a good defense at all, but Trey Hendrickson on that defensive line and were stuffing the run. So they just let Flacco fling it. And when that happens, from 2023 experience, this is what happens. He throws nearly 300 yards, but 2 interceptions. That pretty much cost the game. And look, one of the picks bounced off of Tillman's hands. One of the late ones that was kind of on steady. Unfortunately, I think it's going to take a little getting used to for Flacco to connect with these receivers. He was loving the tight ends all game. But a couple drops from Judy didn't help. That batted ball by Seti that led to an interception and virtually sealed the game was the most crushing of them all. But look, Tillman had a bright spot, had over 50 yards. Judy, 66 yards on the day. He started to make up for the couple of drops that he had, and he was Cleveland's leading receiver with just 66 yards in the air. So that chemistry is going to need to develop a little bit more, but one that looked hot already was Harold Fannin Jr. Flacco loved him. 7 catches for the rookie tight end. He kept throwing to him. I'd say it was his favorite target of the day. 63 yards for the rookie out of Bowling Green. This 2 tight end set with Njoku and Fannin is going to be deadly. Fannin had more yards than David Njoku. Njoku 37 on the day. Not his best performance, but one of them was an electric first down where he carried 3 Bengals past the first down marker and got fired up about it. Another bright spot for Cleveland was actually rookie running back Dylan Sampson. So we have the good news that Quinshon Judkins' deal is done. We also have the breaking news that Judkins is meeting with the NFL this week. Stay tuned because we'll have a video on what the NFL determines for Quinshon Judkins. But Adam Schefter says it's likely that he'll play against Baltimore. According to one source, there's a likelihood he'll make his NFL debut next Sunday. That would be electric and help out the Browns' RB room for sure. Because I think what's clearly happening now is Ford is starting to get weeded out of this process. Raheem Sanders scored the first touchdown for the Browns. And I got a good look at Sanders today. He's a big back. Clearly he's going to be that running back goal line back. Maybe a third down back, but he's like, when you're first and goal at the 3, second and goal at the 2, give the ball to Rocket Sanders. He scored first for the Browns. Didn't do much else outside of that. They're literally just bringing him in because he's a big body running back to get across the goal line. Also saw Joe Flacco pick up a first down sneaking. That was kind of fun. Like I said, though, Ford, not much to speak of. 6 carries for 8 yards. It's seeming like they're moving on from him and bringing up the rookies, Dylan Sampson and Quinshon Judkins, eventually. Sampson had a lot of great plays in the receiving game, too. Did you know that Sampson was actually Cleveland's second leading receiver on the day? 64 yards receiving and 8 catches for Sampson. He was great in open field. He was making Bengals miss. A lot of times it was Flacco swinging it out to Sampson, dumping it off, and Sampson did the rest. So that was super promising. Imagine the running back rookie duo of Dylan Sampson and Quinshon Judkins when they're both out on the field together. So those were bright spots for the Browns. Absolutely. They're rookies. And it's going to be great if you have Prize Picks. I'm excited to tell you about today's sponsor. That this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day. But on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. And honestly, I'm just so ready for football to be back on Sundays. All is right with the world once again. And I'm big into daily fantasy with Prize Picks. I'm obsessed with it because it makes all the games more entertaining. And before the Browns play, I lock in on all my players in my lineup and their player projections. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks also the best way to get action on sports in more than 40 plus states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. So download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. And you see, my lineup was correct today. I had Cedric Tillman getting a reception more than 18 yards. Joe Flacco, more than half a passing touchdown. And Dak Prescott, more than half a passing yard. That was a sweet deal Prize Picks gave us. All of them were correct. I made money, folks. And you can too, if you tail me. They did what they could against the Bengals. That offense of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase was held to 0 points in the fourth quarter. And big number 95, Myles Garrett, the jersey I like to rep. Oh, there was such an electric sequence where Myles Garrett had back-to-back sacks on Joe Burrow. And then Isaiah McGuire came in, sacked Burrow. 3 straight sacks on Burrow in the fourth quarter. Cleveland got the ball back thanks to Big 95's work on the inside. No one can guard him. No one can match up with him. He's fast. He's strong. He's physical. He's the best defensive player in the NFL. They did what they could. They forced stops. Right after Myles Garrett had 2 sacks on back-to-back plays to Burrow, Cleveland punts the ball back. Since he punts the ball back to Cleveland, they get in field goal range, and Andre Schmidt misses a chip shot that could have given Cleveland the lead. So credit the defense. They did what they could. Joe Burrow only had 113 yards. That's not like him. Did you see his stats from last year? He led the league in passing yards. He led the league in passing touchdowns. Cleveland played well. He game managed today. Jamar Chase had 2 catches on the day. Like, Denzel Ward was locking up. Defense did what they could, especially late in the game. They gave up 2 touchdowns in the first half. They did not give a touchdown up in the second half. Unbelievable. It's just unfortunate that the offense couldn't capitalize on all the defense's good work. Even Chase Brown, who had some great plays, averaged 2 yards per rush. They gave him 21 carries. He only had 43 yards. The Browns' defense is legit, folks. It's legit. And like I said, Jamar Chase, only 2 catches. Denzel Ward was locking up. Even Greg Newsome stuck to him and made some great defensive plays. So Browns' defense is going to be good, like I said. Also, Carson Schlesinger led the team in tackles. That's a guy you're going to want to watch for Defensive Rookie of the Year. 8 tackles. A tackle for loss. A QB hit as well. Dude, he's everywhere on the field. Like, you have to watch his eyes. His ball tracking skills, he follows wherever the ball is. They have him sit in a zone, and it's like Burrow swings it out to Fant. Schlesinger's there. Hands it off to Chase Brown. Schlesinger's there. Also, he's a free blitzer. Knocked Burrow down on a throw. Like, I'm really amazed with what I'm seeing for Carson Schlesinger. So get ready because he's going to be special in the league. Bengals offense really did not get out to a good start, or they couldn't get to a good finish at all, like I said. The difference is, though, they had 0 turnovers. Joe Flacco, 2 picks, cost us the game. Cost us the game. We're moving it well outside of that. 327 yards of offense. You know, I would have liked to see more in the run game. Hopefully Cleveland can establish that when Judkins gets back. But it's the turnovers that killed us. Really, like, this was such a winnable game. It was chance after chance after chance. The Bengals punted on 4 straight possessions in the fourth quarter, and Cleveland could not put up points. Schmidt missed the field goal. Schmidt also missed a PAT. Do we need a new kicker in Cleveland already? I was already mad about Dustin Hopkins. I screamed out to cut him. Is it time to go get a new kicker? Comment down below. Do we move on from Schmidt, or is it just a bad debut? What do we do, Browns fans? Because we can't lose these games by 1 point because of kicker woes again. I mean, seriously, missed a chip shot and you missed a point after touchdown. So it seemed like everything in the fourth quarter that could have gone wrong for the Browns offensively did. And they were right there. I really thought they were going to win. But you see that they're better than last year. You see that the rookies are impact rookies, like Harold Fannin Jr., like Carson Schlesinger, like Mason Graham. The Browns are a better team this year. They should be 1-0. They're 0-1. That sucks. But don't lose hope just yet, folks. Because like I said, it's going to get better here in Cleveland. So let me know what you think about their week 1 performance, though. Give me a grade in the comments. You know the grading scale. A, B, C, D, or F. What would you grade the Browns' performance in a close loss like this, 17-16 in week 1? Like I said, promising sign from the defense. The Flacco throw 45 times a game and throw 2 picks, 300 yards. That's not going to be an over 500 team if they do that. But let me know what you think. Grade the performance in the comments. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to this instant reaction on the Browns Report, everybody. Make sure you are subscribed so that you can join the party with us every watch party. We are live for every single Cleveland Browns game this season, and we'll hope for good things to come. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time here on the Browns Report.